Greetings, folks. This is DC Investing. I've reached financial independence, and I talk about topics that may help others on their pathway to financial independence. And today's kind of an interesting philosophical topic. It has to do with how much money you earn over a lifetime and how much money you end up keeping out of that lifetime earnings. And so I have retired this year after working 25 years as an electrical engineer with a big defense contractor. That's kind of interesting, kind of reflecting back over the many decades of the time, and just like, how did I get from where I was to where I am now? Because now I have enough in investing that I can just live off the passive income. It's a great place to be. It's given me a lot of freedom. But, kind of looking back, I pulled my report from the Social Security Administration of my lifetime earnings. And they have, your entire life history there. It's really interesting to kind of pull up and look, because you can see every year that you earned money uh, for your whole life working backwards. And so the what you get as a payout from Social Security is based upon the highest 35 years that you worked out there. And so, in the fire community, it's important to know, that Social Security is based upon working for 35 years. So, pulling this report can let you know, hey, do you have any gaps in your Social Security income, or was there a mistake? Like if you worked through a certain number of years and there was a zero in there, but you really worked, then you can work with the administration to fix that, because for every year that you do work, your Social Security goes up. So anyhow, I have worked just barely over 35 years total. I have a couple of zeros in there that for, some things that I did where I wasn't working. But I did make sure I got at least 35 years in. And just, it's good to know that they inflation adjust your contributions from decades ago. And this is all published on the Social Security Administration website. But like, let's say, those years that I worked 25 or 30 years ago, you take that salary and you multiply it by about a factor of 4 to get the value in today's dollars, just because inflation eats away the value of our money. So what's kind of interesting is I looked in there and I summed up the total value of all of my work over the past many decades, and I came to a value of about $2.6 million. And so that's what a person can end up earning over the course of their life after working for 35 years. I think that's kind of interesting. The part that I wanted to state was that because I've learned how to do an investing, I actually have more than that amount that I have saved. And so basically, I earned $2.6 million over my whole life of working, and I had expenses and other things that I had to do. But because I've learned to invest in the later years of my life, I was able to put money into investments so that it kind of meant that I have more now than I worked for, which is kind of cool. I mean, that's an amazing thing. Now, if you inflation adjust that 2.6 million over the past many years, it really was the equivalent of earning $5 million. And I don't have $5 million, but just being able to have more dollars than I work for is a powerful thing. And it's hard to save enough to get to the point where I am right now. But just philosophically, this is a pep talk to say, learn to invest, learn to live on less than you make, save the difference, put it in investments, and make it work for you. And in my case, it's kind of fun to think that I have more dollars now than I have earned in my entire life because I've been an investor. So, I don't know where you are on your path towards FIRE, financial independence, retiring early, but this is just a pep talk to say you can get there. It took me 25 years of working as an engineering job, or 35 years total, if you count, everything I did as a teenager or whatnot, um, to earn those amounts. But if you keep working, you keep trying, you keep striving, you get there eventually. And I made a ton of mistakes on the way. I look back and I think there's a lot of stuff that I could have done in terms of investing or my saving that I would have reached financial independence a whole lot earlier. But live and learn, at least I got here now, and I am enjoying an early retirement. So pep talk, investing helps you helps you gain more than is possible for you to work for in a lifetime. I only earned $2.6 million total, and I have more than that now with all the different assets that I have because I invested in assets that appreciated in value. So that's a really important concept. You can't really become financially independent by just savings alone. Like if I'd put that money in just a bank, I wouldn't have got to where I am now. It needs to be in an asset that can grow higher than the rate of inflation over time, and thus stocks. And I own a house, so that helps part of my overall net worth too. I'm not a big real estate guy, but I like stocks. I have a little bit of bonds and some money markets or whatever. But learn to put your money into things that appreciate, so you can keep more of your money that you earn over the course of your lifetime. So hope this kind of is a good pep talk for you. Like, subscribe. It took me a long time to get to this position. Could have got there sooner if I'd been smarter, but at least I got here a little earlier than some. So hope that's a good pep talk for you. We'll see you. Bye.